In construction, cost estimates can make or break a project. Get it right, and your budget stays on track, your plans run smoothly, and your clients are happy. But get it wrong, and it can throw a wrench into everything. The good news is that the estimating process doesn't have to be complicated. We'll walk you through it so you can get it right. Welcome to our video on construction cost estimating and how to write estimates like a pro. Before we break ground, let's cover the basics. What is construction cost estimating? In short, it's adding up all the expected costs for a project: materials, labor, equipment, and other fees. It might not be the most exciting part of construction, but doing estimates properly is super important. Ready to take the guesswork out of estimating? Here we go. To begin, here's a breakdown of the four main types of construction estimates. Each is tied to a different phase of the project. They all help you lay the foundation for a successful build. First, during the planning phase, you've got conceptual and preliminary estimates. These give you rough numbers early on. Next, in the design phase, you move into detailed and engineer's estimates. These are much more precise, breaking down labor, materials, and equipment. Then comes the bidding phase, where contractors put together bid estimates. These are full proposals they submit to win the job. And finally, in the construction phase, you use control estimates. These track actual spending against your budget, so you can spot any issues early on. Now that we've identified the main types of estimates, let's go over the 12 steps for how to estimate construction costs. When a potential customer calls, the first thing to do is visit the project site. Seeing it in person helps you spot details that plans can miss, details that could impact labor, materials, and costs. Step 2, clients are looking to you for guidance, so be ready to answer questions about costs and options. Your advice helps shape the project and builds trust. The third step is to get on the same page as your client by talking with them to understand their expectations. Then define the project scope by breaking it up into detailed components, like structural elements and finishes. Step 4 is to gather accurate information and data. Get up-to-date prices for materials, labor, and equipment. 5. Select the right type of estimate. Early projects may need a rough figure, while final plans call for more detail. The sixth step is to break down the project into parts and calculate quantities, everything from foundations to walls to finishes. Step 7 is to calculate the rough costs for each major part of the project: materials and delivery, labor hours and rates, plus any equipment rentals or maintenance. Don't forget overhead and indirect costs like temporary on-site utilities, insurance, and permits. That's the 8th step. Number 9, things happen on every job, so build in a little buffer. Set aside 5 to 15% for surprises, like material price jumps or unexpected site problems. In construction estimating, it's super important to review your work. You know what they say, measure twice. So number 10 is to double check the math and confirm details with specialists if needed. 11. Be sure to document key decisions, assumptions, and exclusions in the estimate. Doing this helps avoid miscommunication down the road. Finally, step 12, where you finalize the estimate. Present a clear breakdown and be sure to get a formal sign-off on the estimate from the client. Now that you've gone through the steps, here's a pro tip. Keep records of all the estimates you create, supporting documents, and final costs. These come in handy for audits, to sort out any disputes, and give you benchmarks to make future estimates more accurate. Construction estimates can be simple or detailed, but there are some common elements in most of them, like these. We've covered what goes into an estimate, and now that you've gathered all your info, it's time to put all the elements together in one organized spot. Start a document, fill in the details and costs of each element, then add it all up. Oh, and here's another pro tip. Use a template with the formulas built in. It's a huge time saver, so you're not starting from scratch every time. Smartsheet has easy-to-use construction estimate templates, so building a budget is simple from day one. And once the project's rolling, real-time updates, dashboards, and automations keep everyone in sync and your project on track. So when it comes to keeping all stakeholders in the loop with instant collaboration and automated updates, Smartsheet has you covered from pre-construction to project closeout.